what's going on? It's about to storm its ass off here in Winchester, Virginia. Look at that. Wow, Cordy, that would be an awesome picture. Come take one. Look. Looking pretty crazy. All right, so, as I just said, we are in Winchester, Virginia. I want to talk a little bit about the events since Saturday. So, Cordelia's there. Say hi, babe. Hi. She really wants to sleep, so she's going to be up there sleeping. So, since Saturday, what have we done, Cordy? We made some weird food.
Oh, yeah, oh my god, I have to edit that.
She needs to edit that for her channel. What did we eat?
We, ate freeze-dried camping food, and it was really good.
It was really good. So, we wanted to know, since she has been on the truck now a week. Oh, hello. Since she's been on the truck now a week, we were in the camping section getting some supplies and saw this food that comes in a bag that you would take out in the woods. Maybe if you like to hike or whatever. And in my mind, I was like, hey, you know, while I like to cook on the truck and having that option is great, cleaning is a pain in the ass. And I am a germaphobe, first off, and I have OCD, and these are not exaggerations. Like, these are things that I deal with, primarily because I have lupus on the germ front. I have a suppressed immune system, so germs are a huge no-no to me. So when it comes to cleaning on the truck, I'm a freak, and she's been having to deal with that. So the weird dehydrated food seemed pretty cool. It's freezer dried, I believe. Or what's it called? Dry ice. They do something with it like that. I'm not well versed in that kind of food. Freeze dry, yeah, that's what it's called. So we made that for her YouTube channel, and it was really fucking good. Like, I was so shocked. And we ate the ice cream sandwich that she wanted so much.
It was really good.
And it was. Was it good or no? It was really good. It was strange, but it was really good.
It did. My mom had a day off, so instead of right here, and this.
Yes, we had a movie night picnic with a bunch of snacks, and we just had fun, watched a really good movie.
It was really good, and then,
Yeah.
I've been reading.
She's been reading because she got to go to school in like 2.5 weeks, and she has to read this book. So, today has been a really shitty Monday, by the way. So, this load that I had, I've already dropped it off, is the same load I had on Friday. We started heading this way from Ohio, and it looks so comfortable. And anyways, what happened was, I called to see if I could deliver the load early. They said yes, but they didn't tell me that they go home at 7, and we got the mountains. So I got here at like 9:30. The gate was open because there was a really bad storm here in Virginia, and the tree was like over into the gate. It broke the gate, so the gate was open, and I went in. There was other people there picking up from the dock itself. Maybe they had already been there, I don't know. So we just went to the terminal in West Virginia. We chilled. I called the next morning, which was, we got here Saturday, so I called on Sunday. I got the days all fucked up, y'all. Look, we got here and they were closed. So the next day I called and I was like, hey, is somebody there? Can we deliver this load? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. But, oh, she's getting better. So anyways, here's what I could have done. I could have dropped that load off early Sunday morning and tried to pick up another load. Cordy, are you going to climb on the bunk every time I make a video? Why don't you just sit down for a minute?
I was getting my headphones.
It's going to be fine.
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
Maybe that's a load I've been waiting for. So anyway, long story short, here's what happened. I could have picked up another load. It would have been really shitty. Maybe 200 miles if I was lucky. There's not a lot of freight out here on the East Coast in these parts. I only like to drive, at the very least, I'll drive maybe 450 miles. And even then, I'm going to bitch about that because I only want to drive 500 and above. So when I get out here to the East Coast, freight is shitty. And also, the states are so close together, it's really hard to get those kind of miles. So I was like, hey, Sundays are really shitty because nobody's ever in the office. It's whatever. So I decided to go ahead and reset then. So, because the load technically didn't have to be dropped off until 10 o'clock this morning on Monday. So I was like, look, we signed off on Saturday night. If I just deliver the load when it's actually due to be delivered, I would have already done my 34 reset, and I can drive all fucking week long. And I'd rather do that than have to stop on a Wednesday and just be like, whatever. So, that's what we did. We dropped this load off today. It was some bullshit. The yard was fucking small. There was only one row on each side and enough lane in the middle for one truck to drive either direction. Not two trucks, one going one way, one going another. Enough road in the middle between the rows for one truck. So the space between the trailers, no shit, was like this. Some of the trailers were actually touching. You can call me whatever you want to, but I won't back in those conditions. And there was only one space available. And on that one space that was available, the Werner, whatever it's called, trailer that was on the left side, it was like on the line, and the back of the trailer was like over the line. So my trailer, honestly, I don't even think would have fit in there. I did attempt to put it in there, and there was just no room. Like, you could get it in there, but there was no room to fucking turn the trailer. It was impossible. Even the guy that was like a mechanic guy on the scene was like looking at me like, it's not gonna work, girl. I still had to try because I'm in a Swift truck, so they already set me up for fail. They already think I'm gonna fail. So I just said, fuck it. I dropped it next to some other trailers that were already dropped kind of in the middle of the yard. And the yard dog, he just waved at me. I mean, everybody else was doing it. I was trying to do my job the right way, but it was just impossible. And I'm not a super trucker. I will never be a super trucker. So I'm not going to go in there and try to put some shit in there. I don't have anything to prove. So I went and dropped it and went to pick up my other empty trailer. I couldn't figure out if it was empty or not until I pulled it all the way out to go check the doors. It was just the worst drop location I've ever seen. It was bad. But now I'm waiting for a load. Now they have sent me, so it's been said by one of my mentors. I believe he said it on his channel. Yeah. You don't ever want to reject loads. I've rejected 3. I'm going to tell you why. One of them, the first one was only 195 miles. I'm not going to do it. You can say what you want. That's me. That's my prerogative. I came out here. I have a goal. And yes, I would rather sit here and not make any money than 195 miles. And I would be going further north. I'd be going to Massachusetts. And I'm in Virginia. No, I'd pick up in West Virginia. Anyways, when you're up here in the mountains, 195 miles would typically be 3.5 hours. No breaks, no nothing. You don't need it. You can actually do that in one sitting. In the mountains, you're going to look at probably 5+ hours. Because a lot of going up the mountain, it's only 25 miles an hour your truck will go. Some of the speed limits are only like 45 and 50. Especially in these parts, there's like this one road that you ride for like 42 miles. And it's just one lane of traffic each way. It's through all these different little villages. Like, it's not going to be 3.5 hours. I'm going to spend my whole fucking day traveling 195 miles. To me personally, it's just not worth it. The second one I was excited about because it was 497 miles, which I'm cool with, but it had a very strict delivery window, and there was absolutely no way I was going to make it at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, because I didn't even drop off this load until 10 o'clock this morning. And then I could definitely drive. I would have been there tonight, but I would be still on my 10-hour break at 4 o'clock in the morning. So the computer who sent me that really wasn't paying attention to my time in the first place. So I had to reject that. Now, I am kind of regretting rejecting the third load that they sent me. It was going to Illinois. It was 490 something miles again, which I was cool with, but I had already requested to go south and west. I have to have her back in Houston on Sunday, and I'm going to switch kids out, which my people in Houston already know, but when you're out here, you're getting stuff thrown at you from all the driver leaders that are up here. And they're just like, hey, there's this bitch, let's throw this at her, and they don't really care. So I'm here. I just messaged my people in Houston, and they're going to approve for me to deadhead, which just means drive empty, down to another state that has more freight. It seems to me that the freight up here, while there's not much of it that I've come across, I could be wrong. I mean, that is quite possible. But this is my third week being East Coast. I know I didn't request to come out here. They just keep sending me here. But I requested never to come back. I don't care if I don't get those top whatever states, because I really did want to drive all 48 states. I'm not interested in going north anymore or further east. I'm just not. While the view is really pretty, and I don't mind driving in the mountains. I kind of enjoy driving in the mountains for the sake of driving through the mountains. When it comes to work, miles, time, money, I fucking hate the mountains, okay? And you should never want to drive in stupid situations anyways. So this is not something I'm into. So my driver manager said, you know, they don't have to send me back out here, which is great. I could actually stay in the state of Texas and run 3,000, 3,500 miles a week just in Texas. I would get my miles. So I don't want to stay just in Texas, but if that's where I'm going to get my miles, then yeah, that's where I'm going to go. So these are just some of the things that, you know, for you new people coming out here, these are just some of the things. These are growing pains. This is a shit that happens. I watch a lot of other trucking channels on YouTube, and everybody goes through the same thing. Everybody's fighting for miles. But these little wimpy loads, I'm not into it, and I won't do it. So, you know, don't feel that you have to take every single load. You know what you want to do, have a goal. And I'm not going to say that I've never taken a small load, because I have. But I'm to the point now where I want to run. Like, let's go. And for me, that's just not going to happen in the East Coast. The states are too close together, and it's damn near fucking impossible. So that's that. But I have to go answer this message because I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. So we're just going to drive light and empty down. I think we're going to Kentucky. There's more freight, and it goes south and west and everywhere else. So this is just a catch up of what's been going on. I will try to get one more video while she's still on the truck. Loving life. She's tired. I keep her up too much. That's okay. And then my son will be joining me. I should be switching kids out on Sunday or Monday. So, yeah, he will. If he comes on this truck, he's got to come on a tube. So, y'all have any questions? Leave them down below. I am making a list of videos that y'all are requesting. Y'all just got to give me some time, because I am usually not just sitting here at the truck stop. And right now I have my kids with me, so I'll make those videos in a couple of weeks whenever they're already back off to school. What is this guy doing? Truck stop life. So anyways, y'all have a good one.